What's going on, everybody? Anon here, and I'm going to chill for myself a little bit tonight. Um, yeah, when I came up with the Anon idea, I mean, it's probably a little bit over a year ago now. The basic concept was just being able to provide product to end customers with a little bit of volume and scale at a reasonably inexpensive price. Without having the overhead, the infrastructure, supply chain. Now we obviously have the LGS, but we have this part of the business relatively streamlined. So I am happy that we started with the uh, 179.99 sale for Surging Sparks on TCG Player. Got blasted for it, except for the folks that actually got the product and got a good deal. We sold boxes on Cyber Monday again, TCG Player, and they've been great. They really have been. We sold Paldea Evolved at 190, I think, Surging at like 155, Paradox Rift at like 149. Absolutely amazing price for people. And no, we made our margin, and there's plenty of meat on the bone for other people. So, in the meantime, we've created Discord, and we initially had what we call our Elite, which is $3.99 a month, which is effectively restock notifications, not the same as Poke Notify, but similar. They have a full 5-star white glove service. Ours is not. Ours is like the boomer version. Discounted, right? It's like the T-Mobile of restock notifications. But as things have evolved with Journey Together, and given the fact that we have fairly substantial volume now of product coming through distribution, we created a premium service, which is $20 a month. And it's really not about the $20. It's really about folks that are actually buying into the process, to what we're trying to do. And, sometimes they buy the deal, sometimes they don't. So the first deal that we did, this was 2 weeks ago now, I think, was Prismatic Evolution's ETB cases. So I've limited premium enough to where I can offer a case. Now, that's the case for Destined Rivals. It certainly will not be the case for Final Fantasy, specifically with collectors. It will certainly be the case for Flesh and Blood High Seas. Remains to be seen with Black and White. Probably not. But when it comes to SV11 in September, I'm guessing the answer is going to be yes. So it's really the only place out there, unless you go to your LGS, where you can get a case of product or a reasonable bulk product for I'll say a fair price, and we'll just leave it at that. And you guys can see the website on the screen. $22.65 for a case, 2 ETBs, 2 booster bundles, and you're probably looking at that saying that's a shitty deal. You're right, because that's not the deal. But now that we have a significant amount of product, we're taking the next step where after Destined Rivals, we're going to expand the number of folks in premium. And we're also going to expand our Elite at $3.99, where we're going to have 2 different pricing tiers. So there is a pricing tier for premium, and there's a pricing tier for Elite. Now, Elite may not get a case, but generally speaking, we'll offer a bundle that's two boxes and some ancillary stuff. And it's 3-day trial. Again, you get the restock notifications, you get all the information in the community that you want for $3.99. So really, it's a token check mark, just to make sure you're just not in and out, and you're actually committed to a certain extent here. You can come and go as you please. You can buy if you want. You don't have to buy. Now, if it becomes an issue with people, subscribing, buying something, then dropping, we'll address those items as they come. I'm not super concerned about that, because it's something that's easily policeable. But for the Destined Rival set, and I've posted some videos on this, I am 100% convinced that the September set is going to be printed significantly more than the existing sets, which means there's going to be far more product coming to distribution, which in my mindset as somebody who's trying to grow a business, you can't rip people's face off when you're able to. You need to start building a base and growing that base, because the ultimate goal is, when you're able to get 2,000, 3,000 booster boxes, which again, might not be SV11, but it's going to be shortly thereafter, because we know that the new product is going to go down in price because there's more supply coming to market, and the old product is going to continue to do what it's always done and gone up in price. So, if I can have, just pull a number out of my ass, 400 people that are willing to buy 2 cases at $120, $130 a box, $130 a box, whatever, at release in normal times, because we all know that the pricing and distribution isn't going to be $88 or $92 or $95. It's going to go up. I'm in a better situation long term than having 40 people that I'm selling Destined Rivals to at market. Now, sure, I might make an extra 20 grand doing it here, but that's not my business model, and that is not my long term vision for Anon. So that being said, what we did, make sure I have the right one. What I did was we actually wrote a program internally that sends out all the coupons to Shopify. So for our premium, and we have one of these per person, it's a sealed booster box case, 2 bundles, 2 ETBs for $1,275. That is free, clear, and shipped. So you can do the math. It's a little bit over MSRP. I don't like MSRP. I think it's an absolutely stupid fucking term. I've said that multiple times. But I think this is a very, very reasonable price. It's cheap as hell, because I think the market for this is just under $2,100. But I want my subscribers to be happy. And, this pays for an entire year, 2 years, 3 years. That's great. And I'm making plenty of money off this. So I don't need to be a pig. I'm leaving meat on the bone. Now for Elite, this is the $3.99. It's going to be 2 booster boxes, a bundle, and an ETB for $6.25 shipped. So the price per pack is higher, but it's still a better price than you're going to find in most places, without having to sit there and sit on Walmart or wait for a drop and cross your fingers. Now, how do you get into this? So this is where we're actually running a promo on Elite. So if you join, and a bunch of people joined today, I will count everybody who joined today. If you join today, call it by the 16th or whatever, I'm going to run a special for anybody who joined Discord. You have to be out of your trial period. You got to pay $3.99 just one time. You can quit. You can leave after. Everybody's going to get 4 Destined Rivals sleeve packs. Now, if I run out of sleeve packs, it'll just be 4 loose packs from a booster bundle or something. $20 or $19.99 shipped. So, $5 a pack. I'll pay the shipping. It'll come in a padded envelope. The pack arts are not guaranteed. It's going to be while supplies last. Now, if you sign up for Elite today or beyond, you do not qualify for the Elite bundle for Destined Rivals. However, you will qualify for the deal we have coming on High Seas. Again, I don't know how much I'm getting, but I believe it to be multiple hundred boxes. Don't know for sure. For Final Fantasy, again, you'll be able to participate in that. I'm expecting a significant amount of product there. Haven't nailed down the bundles quite yet with what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to keep the price affordable. And then anything after that. So that being said, we carry all the Magic sets, all the Pokemon sets, some ancillary stuff. We just carried Nikki. Don't carry a whole lot of Weiss, just the sets that we know are most likely not going to be, gonna hold value. Gundam we have coming, I have no idea how much. One Piece, we're growing allocation. We've been growing it for a while. It's tough to do a bulk sale with the way they allocate things. If that happens, it's not going to be till probably Q4 at the earliest. So there may be some one-offs in here, but it's not going to be a bulk sale. League of Legends we have coming. We actually have Godzilla coming, which looks pretty cool. play tested that at Gamma in February. So anyway, just want to put this out here again. Join the Discord. You have nothing to lose. $3.99 a month. We'll post the sale. You know, $20. We'll send you four booster packs. You know, sleeve first. If we run out of sleeve, we'll just send four regular, rip a box and start packing them up. But look, that's our way of saying, you know, come join us. Welcome to the family, and thank you for everything. So that's the end. I'm done shilling. You know, gonna get the sale posted for my premium folks. They have a whole week to claim their case without anybody messing around or having to sit here and set an alarm. So anyway, guys, so that being said, that's the next level, the next step for Anon TCG. Hopefully you love it. And if you don't love it, that's cool too. We'll just agree to disagree. So guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. There are instructions on how to join Elite and then how to join the waiting list for Premium, which is super important. You do not get charged for joining the wait list, but get your name on there, because there will be a point where we're going to have multiple hundreds of people in there, because we will have enough product to go around. So anyway, guys, I figured I would chill for a little bit and have a good evening.